Alright, welcome. We're making a sit-down YouTube video today. This is just what I felt like doing. Haven't done one of these in a very long time. But yeah, this is just what I wanted to do. So I'm trying to find a good spot to put the camera at right now. And then we're going to do a daily trading recap about what happened today and what we're gonna do moving forward. So if you guys just give me a second, we'll get this set up here. We will get it set up here. All right, that should work for the time being. This is my van. If anybody doesn't know already, I do run another company. It's a transportation, a logistics company where we do pilot escorts, etc., etc. And I also day trade as well. I do both of them as full-time as I possibly can, but honestly, I day trade more than I work. So, here we are. So today, we're going to break down what happened, etc., etc., because this is just what I want to do. So, we're going to start our screen recording here, and then we're going to break it down. So you guys know that I did have a 150K account that I told myself I was going to be purchasing, and we purchased that account, and then we ended up blowing the account, which honestly is, you know, it's totally fine, genuinely. Not too worried about it, but it is what it is, right? So, right now at 2:03 we are officially recording. So, what we had today was, I was working on trading on my phone because, like I said, I was anticipating going back to work. So I was trying to work on trading on my phone and stuff. So I had everything set up, etc., etc. So I guess we're recording off of this iPhone mic. But so I was doing this off my phone, and if we come to my Discord here where I keep track of all of my everything, you guys will see my pre-market analysis. Overall, the analysis was absolutely correct because I am just a dog at reading price action, which is why I know I don't need anybody's help. This is all personal issues that I'm dealing with. But as you guys can see here, this was my analysis for the day. I was expecting price. I wasn't even expecting price to do this, but I wanted price to come up, tap into this unfilled hourly gap. But what I failed to see here was that there is an hourly gap right here that has yet to be mitigated. I already had a bearish bias on the day as well, but for some reason I simply missed it. I was looking on my phone, and I feel like sometimes that I can't really see the charts how they need to be seen when I'm on my iPhone. So just a mistake there on my part for missing that. But overall, that is what I was expecting. So when I open up my phone at market open and I see this huge 4-minute candle down here, I'm like, hold on, let me see what's going on. So I scale out to the 1 hour time frame. Come to find out, we have this 1 hour gap that rests right here that was unmitigated, that we tapped into after we swept out these highs, along with, I'm pretty sure we had SMT here as well. Nope, no SMT. But I saw that we swept out those highs, and it was just overall a beautiful setup, right? So when I saw that, I was definitely late to the party. Now, mistakes were made clearly, where I ended up taking a short that looked something like this. Just overall a really bad trade, simply because I wasn't ready and wasn't prepared enough to see the market, and that I should have saw that, hey dude, we freaking dumped here. So like our break-even point is non-existent, and if anything, the entry for the trade should have been somewhere on this 2 minute or 1 minute. I think we should have had this 1 minute gap somewhere. I can't really remember, but either way, our entry should have been way above than it actually was. I think we actually entered somewhere down here, something crazy like that. But either way, really bad trade to start the day off. And then that puts us down about 2,000, maybe 3,000 on the account. We come up, end up sweeping this 930 wick, which I love 930 wick as a great draw. Now, here's where the second mistake was made, right? Here's where the second big mistake was made. So after, I was like, dang, man, that was a trade that was going to get us halfway to fund it, halfway to getting this 150K, something I know I'm capable of doing. After we come up and sweep this 930 wick, now I should have faded this trade. Obviously, you guys see it didn't happen, because the reason why I didn't want to take this trade is because we didn't generate, my fault, we didn't generate any LRL here. Like, we have LRL here, but not only did we take it out in one candle, but like our draws right here is right off the open. Price already manipulated below this low. Just so many things kind of going against us right now. And not to mention, like, this is the very second candle of market open. Obviously, as you guys can see, I struggled to find the inverse that we actually went off of, which was right here. But either way, our entry should have been somewhere right here to at least get this point at our break even. Either way, on to the next trade. So boom, we sweep out that 930 wick. Now, as you guys can see here, if we're already bearish for the day, you guys can see that we have a very clear 2-minute inverse. We have a very clear 1-minute IVG as well. But with us, we were looking at the 2-minute. So we should have taken this 2-minute right after we break that candle's low. But we don't, because we've just taken a massive loss. We're in our heads. So we wait around. And then we finally enter the trade after we get this 1-minute retest. I see we respect this fair value gap. We get this. Boom. Respect that fair value gap. 1-minute retest. And then we don't get a CISD, but we get a perfect continuation with some nice volume. I end up taking these shorts after we break this candle body closures low. Targeting 1R. Not a bad trade if that was our first trade of the day. The trade that we should have taken should have put us well in the green over the loss that we had just taken. But like I said, we were waiting. So we should have entered this. Stops could have been right there. I would have put my stops up there. Targeting this body candle's low. Giving us a trade that looks something like that. Why is that so dark? Giving us a trade that looks something like that, right? So if we come to the 1-minute, this was the trade that we should have taken. Boomski, just like that. Unfortunately, with this, after we did take this setup on the 150K account, but we took it down here, which was the problem. We took the trade down there. Not a bad setup either, but we're too low, we're too overextended, and then we ended up getting trailed out for our daily loss limit, for our maximum loss limit, and we lose the account. So I end up taking this on my funded account, end up taking this trade, stops here at the high, taking that 1R right down there, and as you can see, that's an easy, simple banger. So those are the trades we took today. Overall, we went 1-on-1 for the day, 1-for-1 for the day. I knew it was bad in the morning because we over risked here, so we should have went. And we also got a terrible feel. Like, dude, I'm telling you, our entry was literally like this, bro. Our entry was literally like this, and we were targeting like 2.5R. We were targeting some 30-minute low down here. We were targeting all the way down here, boys. All the way down here. Because like I said, I knew that this was a terrible trade. I knew that this was a terrible trade, and I was trying to compensate for it from targeting some random, not random, but like some really high resistance draw, right? I was targeting these lows, some really high resistance draw liquidity. No wonder that didn't get hit. I should have saw that once our negative RR is there to this actual point, draw liquidity that we want, we shouldn't have taken the trade. We shouldn't have taken it, but nevertheless we did. We lost. Simple as that. So with that being said, boys, here we are, right? There's nothing for us to be ashamed about. After we lost the trade, we immediately went to the bathroom and we spoke life into ourselves. These glasses, bro, I feel like motherfucker jaundice, bro. My eyes yellow and shit. But either way, immediately went to the bathroom, spoke life into ourselves. Yeah, just told ourselves great things, because with all of the problems and mistakes that I'm making, all of these mistakes are 100% dependent on me. It's not a problem with us reading price action. It's not a problem with us doing anything. It's just a problem with us just kind of doing dumb shit. Today wasn't a discipline issue. It was just like a slowing down the market. So today was a discipline issue. You know, everything's a learning experience. I thought I came up with something today, and I told myself, bad drivers will never miss an exit, but good drivers will miss an exit. Let that sink in. Good drivers will miss an exit. Bad drivers will never miss an exit. And I just kind of took it back to when I was driving and stuff. I remember there was one time I was in like New York or New Jersey or something. I was driving. I missed my exit. My exit is probably right where like that fence is. Now obviously when you're going 70 miles an hour, that's extremely close. So my exit was right where that fence was, and I saw it and I'm like, yo, I'm about to miss my exit. So I slammed on my brakes and I cut the wheel over. I didn't realize that there was a grass patch right in the middle of where I was going. So I drive over the grass patch, I bump my truck. Truck jumps in the air, and I'm kind of swerving a little bit, and I'm like kind of tapping on my brakes to slow down because I'm really going fast. And then the exit kind of curved off and hit a hard left, hit a hard right. So I'm like, dude, I gotta stop or I'm gonna crash, right? So I realized that when I put myself in situations where I'm trying to catch my exit when I'm speeding on the interstate, that I put myself in bad situations, right? And every time you miss an exit, there's always another exit a couple miles down the road that you can get an easy turnaround. And that's what I equated it to today. So, you know, that being said, FOMC's tomorrow. We're giving ourselves like a day break. We're not even gonna try to even look at the markets there. Where's it today? Is it today? Is FOMC today, gang? Nah, it's Wednesday today. Wow. FOMC was today. Holy crap, dude. Okay, well. Hey, FOMC was today. Shit. It's alright. Shit, boy, that motherfucker was today. I didn't know. Well, either way, not a bad trading day. We had some great setups. We had very simple, clear setups. We just goofed, man. We really just goofed. That second trade after sweeping that 930 wick with LRL, like it was so perfect, so textbook. We didn't inverse off of any higher time frame gap. I'm not you know, disappointed with myself. I just obviously understand that I can do much better. And I will do better. I will do better. But talking about this is slowly declining my emotional state right now. So we're gonna keep our heads up, keep our heads high, because that's all we can do. Yeah, man. And you know, next week we're gonna be totally locked in. I should be leaving the country maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. So we're gonna see how that goes, man. And yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding and keep going. Big things are coming, man. Our lives could literally change in a week span. That's all it really takes. So we're just gonna keep fighting, keep on going, keep pushing. I'll see y'all later.